Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on whereabouts you are in the world. I hope you're having a phenomenal day so far, and welcome to this evening's stream where we're kicking off, or this afternoon's stream, where we're kicking off with an idiot streamer duplicating his own voice by having a Twitch unmuted tab open in the background, and then doing the same again with YouTube. We're going to be playing some Crusader Kings III. This is our filthy casual game of CK3. Everyone's welcome to come and join the fun. If you want to join as a wandering adventurer, you're most welcome to, even if you've not played this game before. We're going to have low numbers this week because it's kind of been a short notice, us getting back together again. So, without further ado, I suppose, let's delete that one and check this is actually going to the right broadcast location. Please and thank you. Looks like it is. Okay, let's do this funky thing then. How are you, Russ? You doing well today, mate? We have a physics, and I don't think we have a Cookie here yet. I think he's in, so we can hit start. He's just not in voice. Oop. How are you, physics?
I'm good. How are you, Flanker? Did you enjoy your time off?
Well, I got to spend some time with Wagley in Scotland. That was fun. I also got to work. It wasn't really a holiday.
So you punished Wagley because you took a break from string?
Yeah, basically. That seems to be the way it went. Poor Wagley took one for the whole team. So yeah, got to catch up with Wagley and took Wagley for snacks, which was the important thing, obviously. And then did a lot of work, and now I've just discovered I've got a lot more work to do over the next few weeks. So interesting times.
Well,
how are you, bud?
Keeping busy. I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm currently keeping busy trying to make sure everyone's jobs are protected in a contract negotiation. So, yeah, there are more fun ways of keeping busy, but I should have some fun stuff to do too.
Oh, I finally got Viking. I think all I need to do is be independent and get the duchy, and I can do Mon.
Oh, wicked!
Let me check. I'm not.
How many weeks is that taking you to try that?
Figure.
Oh, you managed that though, because you're raiding.
Yeah, but where am I at? Oh no, I'm not even illustrious yet. That's the hard part, if I remember right. But yeah, I'm only 25, so I got lots of time. This run, I guess, went better than the previous attempts. But I don't remember, because it was like a month ago when we did this first.
Yeah. I definitely remember all the things I was going to do.
Cookie's over here by me. Looks like he's taking over Ireland.
I don't even know who Rava is.
I'm surprised Hobo's not here.
Yeah, I was hoping we got a Hobo. But again, it's been a couple of weeks, so I think everyone's schedule is off, or they just have other stuff to do.
I think me and Cookie were the only landed people.
Yes. And I think Ryan's going to be joining us in a half hour or so. Hey, Cole, what's the schedule? Yes. There is one up on the Discord that is being updated.
Yeah, being updated, because I looked at the schedule today, and last I was the date was June 10th, so it's a month late.
No. Well, you might have looked at the schedule, but the did I change the graphic over this morning? Yes, so it is being kept up to date. Like tomorrow's isn't updated yet, but it will be tomorrow about midday-ish.
You talking about the Discord schedule?
Yeah,
or the Twitch
schedule? The Discord schedule, the one that says at the top of Discord when you click on 10 events. So
Yeah. I clicked on that today, and the last message is 6:10. I didn't scroll up to actually see what the things are at. Oh, 10 events. Oh no, I looked at the pound schedule.
Yeah, it's the 10 events bit. That's where the events get updated because of... No worries.
I thought the thing called schedule would have the schedule.
Yeah, I got the short versions. I got complained at until I used Discord's one, and then no one's used it since.
Chat with cricket on the radio could result in some Cards Against Humanity moments.
Because it seems like that events thing, it's a lot of times it has stuff that's supposed to happen that then don't happen.
No, it's that the events thing is updated with stuff that's cancelled. So the last few weeks has been cancelled. The only one that I missed, and it is entirely my fault, is the Farthest Frontier didn't get cancelled for 2 weeks ago. But the others, as it shows there, it should be happening.
Oh, Farthest Frontier didn't get cancelled? Ooh, that's a rough one.
I have a terrible stooge. Can I just fire you?
I can't remember what game Farthest Frontier is right now.
It's the it's one of the build your own city ones. The one that you did the cool pathways that I then copied.
It's like Banished.
Yeah, but finished.
But better.
Yeah.
It's like Banished, but better. It's what Banished wanted to be.
If the devs had Banished to finish what they had in mind. Yeah.
The modders tried.
Yeah.
There's like Banished has no anything in it except you drop your people and then it's just whatever you want to do.
Yes. Braxius, Doc, lovely to have you both here. If you're not already following Doc, you definitely should do it. Twitch.tv/it's Dr. Placebo. And yeah, I'll get rid of the problem is I'm a bit stuck now, Russ, because I set up a bot to work in the schedule channel, and then some people complained that meant that they couldn't add events, and they have never tried to add an event since being given the permissions to since. So yes. So I might delete the schedule channel and change it for something like what's on or something.
Yeah, change the name of it at least. That's where I keep going, because I think what's on the schedule for today when I go to look, see what's going on, and I'm apparently always looking in the wrong place.
Yeah, and honestly, that's totally fine, because I don't think the UI is particularly great for Discord's events thing either. It does appear at the very top, but like it doesn't particularly stand out, and I don't really have an option to make it stand out. So... Doc says, one thing gets thing, never uses thing. Yes. And that's happened multiple times. Like because I had a bot at one point that you could actually add stuff to your calendar from, like your Google Calendar, your work calendar, whatever, to add events. So you'd be able to download a calendar thing and it would notify you 15 minutes beforehand and all that. And people complained about it because I was the only one that could add stuff to it. So, yes. I will have to go through...
Well, it's your Discord for your stream, so who cares if you were the only one that can add things to it?
Sure, but I think we have a lot of community stuff on there, and I don't want to hold up community stuff as well. So in general...
There's plenty of other channels for the community stuff.
Yeah.
Some stuff has to be about your stream, because that's what brought the whole community together. Was torturing you and watching you fail every single game you play.
Torturing me and looking at games and going, I feel better about my gaming performance now. This guy is so confident in his terrible abilities, he streams it as well. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm better than this guy. I should play with this community. I could look like a superstar, kind of like me. I'm not that great at... Well, I'm horrible at Blood Bowl now because I haven't played the new format. But
oh, me too.
Blood Bowl 2, I was mediocre, and I would destroy you in every game. I was like, dude, this is great. I think the second game I ever played on stream, when I first met you guys with the stream, we were doing Blood Bowl 2 then, I killed Frank, your Roger. like on turn 1.
Yes.
This is fun.
Hey, man, the thing I love about Blood Bowl, like the board game too, is just like the ridiculous stuff you can do. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed getting killed by elves.
There was another game we played where you were actually gonna. You usually don't take the community game seriously. You let us win, and whatever. It's fine. But you were actually gonna take one seriously because we were playing meme teams. I was halflings and you were goblins. And
that was so funny though, man.
One turn touchdown to get rid of all of your secret weapons right at the beginning of the game.
That is genuinely, mate, one of my favorite games of Blood Bowl I've played in any format ever. Because I love crap like that. Because that's the point of Blood Bowl. It's meant to be stupid and ridiculous.
I'm like, he's got chainsaw for my trees. He's gonna destroy my. He's got everything he needs to just destroy my halflings. He's got movement. I need to get rid of his weapons. That's one turn touchdown.
Bryce is saying the Eternal League in Blood Bowl 3 is now pretty good. I might have to have a look. I'm down for play more.
I've been thinking about getting back into Blood Bowl and seeing if the community wanted to get, because we still have the community. Morass set up community leads when Blood Bowl 3 first started.
Yeah, we did all the setup and stuff as best we could.
There, so it's just a matter of getting people to make teams, and because I wouldn't mind getting in and learning that. I'm gonna be awful at first because I haven't played Blood Bowl in years.
No, I'm down for that. I depending on how company acquisition I'm working on at the moment goes, will depend on how many hours I have in like during the office hours in the UK.
Would there be interest in the community in some Blood Bowl?
I reckon there probably would be. I think the only downside,
I don't see it being on stream because the games take forever. Or maybe just once in a case, a showcase stream.
Yeah, I think we could do some. I think we'd do some silly stuff. It would take a few days of work, I think, because I had an idea for doing. I actually worked on a load of assets that unfortunately died with my PC SSD. But I could rework them in 2 or 3 days. That was like a whole Monday Night Football thing for Blood Bowl. Down to a highlights show. We've worked on like 3 or 4 different versions of it over the years. But we actually had some of the stuff ready. And I think that sort of format, not necessarily like lots of full games on stream, but a few. The problem is I think that people want to play on stream, and it's really difficult.
Get the Legion of Destruction going, and then have little tournaments we have in there. Have the feature games in there where the winner gets to play on stream or something.
Yeah, and like we could even set up on a separate stream channel or on like the YouTube or something as well. Hey, Russ! I doffed my cap, sir. Sorry, I just saw the Stellaris event. Well done, bud.
I guess Russ was one of the people complaining, and he just finally...
No, Russ, to be fair, has used every tool that Russ has been given access to. It was not Russ.
This is our 4th or 5th week of Stellaris. It's the first time he's used the tool.
Oh, it's the first time he used that one for now. But, like, Russ has never whined about anything other than the poor standard of the stream. So, which is totally fair. You sure it wasn't me? It sounds like something I'd do. It wasn't you, Russ. I promise you.
Well, what I'm surprised is Russ started a Stellaris community game since you were absent, and he made it more than week 1.
I have like shout out to Russ. Managed to not like herd the cats into doing Stellaris, and also I think we'd had some streamed community games as well. So yeah, like pro streamer Russ.
I mean, Russ did a good job standing in for you. He did, and he needs some accolades for that. But I fully expected week 2 everybody but Russ to show up.
Wow, that feels accurate. Russ, I'm sorry, man. I must admit though, I get the Russ, like I get Russ's view on a lot of games, because a lot of the time, particularly in Stellaris, but also there are some other games that the most fun is at the start. It's once it's set in, you're kind of like, eh. You've been working hard on your restarting addiction. Yeah, he's worked really hard on it. He's restarting his addiction 4 or 5 times now, guys. It's sorry. But I genuinely, joking aside, get it, because particularly in games like Staris, it's really exciting in week 1. You get loads of stuff done. Once you get into like week 4 grind, or you're stuck in a position, I can see how people lose interest. Which is why I always expect like our big Stellaris games. Our biggest was, I looked back, 27 players. By week 4 we had 17, which was a load. By week 6 we had 10. Like,
one thing he did, which I personally don't like, but I understand the community probably likes, is he changed the research. Like, it takes no time at all to research anything. So
yeah, and I think that
flying through the research, which speeds up the game. I personally hate it. I like the slower paced game, and I don't like having so many things popping up, especially since me and Russ went with the same build, and we have so much research with our build that it's like every month something pops up. It's freaking annoying.
How far are you off getting your affiliate?
When your initial research takes less than 1,000 research to get, and the base is what, 2,300, and then you have 3K research by year 100, by year 50 or 70, wherever we're at.
Russ, you need to turn on VODs, buddy. That will help you a bit. I'm doing this from memory, so these might have changed. I think it's 3 concurrent viewers and 50 followers gets you affiliate.
I've watched a couple of Russ streams, but I never. If I see them on, I watch them. I never see them on.
No, the VODs. If you have Twitch Turbo, Russ, which I do because I hate ads and want to still support streamers, even those I'm not subscribed to. You get, I think, 30 or 60 days worth of VODs. Whereas otherwise, I think you still get like 7 or 14 days of VODs on your channel.
So you still get some VODs.
You still get some VODs. And also, if you did, you could also, another way of doing it is set up for multi-streaming a different way than I've done. And you can stream to Twitch and YouTube just from OBS. You don't need a third-party service. And then all the VODs would still be on YouTube forevermore. And it doesn't matter if Twitch deletes them then. We'll get rid of you from that. Because YouTube, until they change their business model, will hold on to your VODs forever. I mean, the quality will get worse year on year, but yeah, I'm starting for a low base. My quality's terrible anyway.
Let's say, no, your quality will stay the same.
Yeah. Mine stays consistent.
There's no reason to downgrade from 8-bit. Come on.
Oh, balls. I've just missed a point. Can I customize my route and go back and get it?
Where's Cookie? Is Cookie not like talking to me
Hello?
anymore? Oh, you are here.
Kaz has followed Russ in a non-creepy way, whereas Doc's followed Russ by hiding under a box. So if you're not already following Russ, go and give him a follow, because he's kept several community games together at twitch.tv/Russ555.
I've been following Russ ever since he followed me.
There we go, Russ. We've got you up to 19 followers. Russ is a good bean, says Storm7. Indeed. So, yeah, it costs nothing to go and follow Russ. And you may even get Russ to stream some community games. Strictly no flankers allowed. Appreciate it.
So now that you're back, we're gonna get some more Waggly streams again. That's the important question.
Hopefully, I've got like genuinely some really busy weeks ahead. And
because honestly, you weren't missed as much as Waggly.
Oh, I totally get that.
No offense, she's hotter.
Oh, I thought we had a thing going, man. No, that I have to check in with Waggly, because Waggly is the keeper of Waggly time. But yeah, hopefully, Waggly and I have some games planned as well, which we'd like to play some more of. There's some very specific projects as well in things like House Flipper and stuff that Waggly and I discuss continuing. But it will. I'm always down for playing games with Waggly. It's just when Waggly's going to be available. What's man, the routing in some of this traveling is wild. So that was a long way of saying hopefully yes and soon. But because I think there are 10 games to play.
Let's raise up to 400 or so Hungarian veterans. While I go on a hunting expedition.
The veterans are so freaking cool. I'm missing being Norse in this. I know Norse is easy mode, but sometimes easy mode is fun.
Damn it! Now I have enough cash, and the mercenaries I wanted to hire are hired. Rip.
How am I going to do this? I suppose the most dangerous and stupid way ever.
So the flanker way.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Are you exploring the world? Is that your plan?
Yeah, I'm doing a bit more exploring. I didn't really intend to be honest. But there was naffle in the core area for me to do for a minute. So I may as well continue this.
I didn't remember what my plan was in the Wednesday game. It had been so long, and then I loaded it in, and I was the head of Mon, and I had Ivor as my... I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I know what that is.
I mean, I'm super hopeful you managed to do it this time, mate. It's looking good, because you've had a few rough attempts.
It's not just that. We've never played long enough for me to do it.
I mean, there is also that. That was more to do with the instability in like the last two versions, though, than anything else. And chat, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get this route done. And then I'll get back to ignoring you, I promise.
There we go. Crushed his army.
I'm surprised I completed that hunt because like 8 freaking pop-ups showed up. I couldn't do the hunt stuff. Other stuff kept getting them.
Solson says, want to race to affiliate Russ. I may have the followers, but getting an average of 3 is going to be tough for both of us. Like the top tip for that, like, is not a general good streaming tip, but is just pick a particular time and day, only stream for a very short period, and stream something that's currently popular or has an underlying following with lots of followers but not very many people streaming. So if you like Mordheim,
or take advantage of this community we have and make sure you're gonna have people there.
Yeah, that too.
Like tell them, hey, I'm trying to get affiliate. I want to stream. When are people available to watch?
And like often, it's not a good way to try and hold on to your audience. But like if you ask for just ask people in the community to like hang out and give some opinions on your stream, at a particular time with lots of advance notice, at a time they might be available. Most people are super happy to do that.
I mean, most of us are more than happy to
community.
help you get affiliate too, because
Yeah.
it's not hard to get, and they never take it away
Exactly.
unless you break the rules.
Yeah, you have to try pretty hard to get kicked off affiliate. You have to literally get kicked off the platform for that. Which is not a recommendation for a speed run. What if I go from the Bay of Bengal down to there, then go from there to there, and then back up to the Bay of Bengal? Then I can continue on my... Oh look, Plague. I'm sure that will go well.
So should I sit here and wait for my veterans to raise before I go raiding, or should I just go raiding with who I have?
Oh, that's a genuinely tough choice though, isn't it?
Yeah, but I do get 50 a month
Nice.
because I did have enough prestige just sitting there to just go ahead and do the whole stack at once. But I have Vigman and Bondi, so I have to get rid of the Bondi. Why is it... Why am I not converting religion? Oh, because I already did.
I've completely forgotten what I was building in this as well. Do I have the worldly knowledge? Take the custom where it comes. Cool.
I have a 29 goatee. I was like, how did I get that done already? I'm only
Nice.
26? 27? We're only 11 years into the game, and I've already converted my religion? Oh, I have a 29 freaking goatee. Ah, that's one.
Oh, well, remember, Kaz, where do you get your diamond art stuff from at the moment? Because one of the projects I'm working on at the moment, is in the stationery arts and crafts sector. Cool, thank you, guys.
Cookie, I don't remember our agreement for how we were dividing up over here.
Sorry, what?
I don't remember our agreement with what we were dividing up over here. We came to an agreement on week 1.
I
you went for
remember
Tanzania.
you went for Alba and I went for England.
Okay, I'm doing Scotland, you're going free. Okay. And I wanted one county in Wales, Ynysmont. Right? Is that correct?
I think we'll split it up 50-50.
Is that what it is?
I think
I'm taking Gwynedd and you're taking Powys. It's kind of hard to do 50-50 because it's not really 50-50. The Duchy of Gwynedd is half. Is well over half.
I mean, it's 3 duchies. And it's like 1 duchy each, and then the little one gets split up, 1 to each.
There's only 2 duchies. Oh, Deb. I only want Gwynedd. You can have the other 2.
Alright. I like enforce demands. War over.
Oh, I have sappers already. Oh, this is gonna be fast. Takes me 3 months to siege down a castle. Fort level 3 actual feudal castle. When it comes up, you have to go up against Jorvik. He's got 5,000 troops, and I can't help you because I'm out because I married his sister.
Currently, Jorvik is on my good side. I mean, within time, York will perish.
Right, but you're gonna be fighting England, so. Or you want England, so at some point you're gonna have to deal with. Maybe not him, but one of his kids. And if Alfred is weak because he's been fighting you, then nothing's gonna happen to Jorvik's clan. Well, they'll divide up when he dies. He won't be able to retain his freaking.
Damn it.
One of my eldest son is curious. Do I want to go diplomacy or learning? That's such a hard choice. Learning. because diplomacy is the worst. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think any of the schools are bad, but it is the worst of the 5 to choose from. Education trait.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
You know, you could have a successful run as a diplomacy run. It's just not as fun.
Yeah, I think you can do a lot of kind of almost backstabby stuff doing that run, but is a more one-dimensional game, I think.
Yeah, and if you want to do backstabby stuff, Intrigue is a lot more fun.
Yes, where you can literally stab people in the back.
Like, political Intrigue is a fun show to watch, not a fun game to play. Like West Wing. Oh, that was such a good game.
Yes.
Not game, whatever. You know what I mean.
I knew exactly what you meant. And yes, it was freaking excellent.
Where's my dismiss all button? Oh, there's troops nearby. Fine, I'll go kill Alba's troops. And these troops. Now can I dismiss my arm?
That is a terrible idea from beginning to end. So of course I'm doing it.
Huh? What? You're going from
Mike.
beginning to end again?
Return. 150. 150. How many times I've died during this playthrough? None so far, but I've been ill for a while, so, you know, give it a few minutes.
You fired me as Master of Horse. It is now time for my independence. If I'm not getting prestige from you, then I want to be a duke.
I thought that was me dying there.
You will regret that decision from a year ago. Wow, I captured him. That's an easy war. Now I just need enough money to create the duchy. I think next, after I get the duchy built, I'm gonna go take the Duchy of Gwynedd, so I can start being nice to the Welsh, so that when I hit year 50, I can freaking integrate longbowmen. You're not a. Are you a king yet? Yeah, you're a high chieftain.
I'm a king, or
Is that a king level title you have?
no? Don't think so. No, I can make
share
it.
part of the kingdom. Yeah.
I need to get a little bit more cash, and then I can make the kingdom title.
I just beat the crap out of Ivar. He has 142 soldiers, so if you want Difflin, now's the time to take it.
Okay, then I can subjugate Ivar even.
He has no troops, but if you subjugate him, I'm gonna have to go to war with you for all the rest of his lands in Alba.
Which allows me to just press what's it called? Lose, and you take it by instant as well.
Oh, you mean grant them independence?
No, you declare the war for the titles, and I'm like, okay, we surrender. It's yours.
Oh, okay. Well, that hurts your legitimacy and your prestige.
Alright.
But hey, it's your legitimacy and prestige. I'll
Hey,
take
you
it.
Scottish arses. That city belongs to me. Get those 800 troops away.
Personally, I'm gonna wait for him to die, so I can go to war with his sons for the different duchies, one at a time, rather than go to war with him once, wait 5 or however long for the truce to end, so I can go to war with him again, so I can go to war with him again.
Open this. Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, you're gonna want Dublin if you're gonna be the king of Ireland. That's a sweet county to have. I found the best counties to have are Difflin, Ulster, and Oriel. If you're going for 3, Breffni is also really good. That's 5 counties, 4 counties, and 5 counties.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm at the same time filling something in on the side.
I'm just running my mouth because it's filling dead air. You'd think the streamer would be the one doing that, but I just.
Well, then people complain about how often I talk, and yeah, I can understand that.
I confirm this, I confirm that.
It's not personal. It's just the sound of your voice.
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable. I have been told I have a voice for the silent movies and a face for radio, so totally
It's an
reasonable.
insult to people on the radio.
I mean, yes,
and people in print.
Oh.
What do you have against the media? I mean, never mind. I take that back. A lot of things have against the modern media.
Oh.
Who are you and where did you came from?
I'm going to end up doing a new tech startup at this rate.
Island.
I prefer for the news that I pay for not to have been paid for by somebody else.
Next one.
Oh, I got 3-star raider. Terror. Raid speed fast. And I just sieged seized Excalibur. I have one of the 18 copies of Excalibur that are probably on the map. Too bad it's a court artifact because that's prestige. Yeah, you can have your son back for 25 gold.
Need to hold that screen open and wait now.
I hate freaking SEO on the internet. Very short flanker rant. I'm looking for something useful, and Google is such a useless search engine now because it's full of people. Like, for the thing I'm looking for, they're like, hey, here's an article written by someone that produced the thing that talks about the best versions of the thing that you want to buy. Oh, of course, theirs is the best version. Like, there's no actual media at all behind it. It's just sales stuff.
That's fair. Google is kind of pointless lately.
Ooh, Alfred's got 3,000 troops. Let's not raid Alfred.
Done.
Is he at war with anybody? He is not. So he's just sitting around waiting for a raider.
What's my experience with DuckDuckGo? Mixed. not a huge amount better, but for different reasons. Because part of the problem is the general intensification of the internet, which is that all search engines use the same style of algorithms. So you'll get less ads, but the algorithms are all looking for similar things. They're trying to be genuinely helpful. And because SEO is a whole thing, search engine optimization, you'll tend to surface the same BS articles.
It's the less ads I'm looking for, so I like DuckDuckGo.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I get the same crap, but I get less of the crap. That's kind of the purpose of it. Wow, I kidnapped a duke and his whole family. You're gonna be paying me for a while, dude.
But yeah, the biggest problem is, how do you decide which results are good in a environment where millions of bits of content are being created every day?
Hi, Ryan. Are you in here?
He should be in a second. Right, trait gained it. There we go. We have a Ryan.
Hello.
Hello.
It's outside, so it's a bit. So I'm gonna have a hard time hearing.
There we go. You should be in and underway.
Yeah, I'm in. It never even paused.
Awesome. Angus says he's had issues with finding stuff in DuckDuckGo too. Was basically just curious. Yeah, it's just a difficult challenge to solve, right? Because and someone is going to say something somewhere about, I can solve it with AI. Crawling the web is incredibly resource intensive anyway. Then looking at it with AI to detect if it's useful content or not, which is it is not an easy objective truth, is really difficult to do. So as search engines use more often, they will... Oh, that's Ryan desynced. It is paused now. So if you want to restart, and then failing that, I can rehost. But yeah,
are you rehosting?
No, not rehosting. Just Ryan's going to try rejoining while it's paused, and if it doesn't work this time, I will rehost then.
I don't, because I did something right when you paused, so I got something that didn't make it through.
Uh-oh.
But I tell you what, I'm going to hit play for 3 days as well, just to so we're past the initial desync. Oh well, that might have screwed us again then. But yeah, the way search engines tell the quality of content outside of looking for things like keywords being used that you've searched for that are relevant to your search and guessing at what those are, is what the click-through rate is, which is why clickbait works so well. Is because if you click through it, as long as you don't instantly bounce off it, which most people don't, because if you're anything like me, I've got 100 tabs open on Chrome at the moment. Then by the time you realise it's clickbait and clicked off it, it looked like you were interested in it. Hola, Slim.
That's off. I'm in, by the way.
Doc says you can use AI, but always get wherever you get with a grain of salt. That's not really the problem. Although that's also true, because what AI developers artfully call hallucinating, which you or I would call lying or making stuff up, it's actually using AI to do each search result would be so massively energy intensive that it will basically, we're just going to burn the planet faster. And then if you then use AI to look at the quality of the content, read through it and make a determination, A, it's not going to be very good at it. B, you've used massive amounts of energy. Are we already burning the planet faster? AI is doing that even faster. AI is going to be a major carbon emitter before long. As in double digits.
Percentage-wise, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's...
And
it's
some AI models are getting lighter, and like a lot of tech goes through this. So I worked on a project a few years ago with a couple of high-tech firms that you would definitely know in the camera industry, and they were looking at doing we were doing facial recognition for retail stores, not for creepy reasons. We were trying to work out the demographic of a store rather than like, you, Russ, bought this last time you were here, so we'll sell you something else and change the signs. That's all been possible for ages. No one does it because it's creepy. I've earned quite a bit of money telling retailers to stop being creepy. But it was more about looking at what the demographic is in the store and changing the store environment based on that demographic. When I first did that project was a long time ago before I started streaming. To do that for one camera required what was equivalent to a gaming PC. Per camera to do that. There are now shed loads of cameras that will do that using a system on chip inside the camera, using virtually no energy at all. An AI could get better like that, but currently there's a race to use massive data sets, and the bigger the data set, the better the quality AI goes, the theory, which means you are burning massive amounts of energy to get the data set in the first place and burning massive amount of energy to answer each query. So, yes. ChatGPT alone generates 260,000 kilos of CO2 every month, which is the equivalent of about 260 transatlantic flights, according to Google's AI.
Of course, that's their AI is much better.
Oh, it is no better at all.
I bet you AI doesn't do that, doesn't differentiate like that.
What, between how good individual AIs are?
I mean, it won't lie about itself.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it will.
I've done some experiments for clients to demonstrate AI, and like you can remove the guardrails really easily on AI, which I'm not going to tell you how to do because it's not very ethical. But also, AI will constantly lie to you, and then when you correct it, go, "Oh yeah, no, you're right," or "Oh, I didn't mean that."
Yeah, I was actually trying out AI, using it, and I was asking questions about. I remember what game I was playing. I was playing a game. I was asking questions about builds in the game, and it would give me advice, and I would look into that advice. It'd be impossible. I'd be like, no, you can't do that. Like, oh, you're absolutely right. Try this.
Right.
It's like 5 times it gave me bad advice each time I called it, and it would say, oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Try this instead. Like, you say you don't know.
Yeah, that's like. Also, it will, to try and cover up. Like, AI will also go, "Oh no, that's a brilliant, insightful question, physics," and you're correct that you can't do this in the game. Maybe you should try this, and I stand correct. Like, it will flow so much smoke up your backside while lying to you.
It does have some uses in part.
You are... I'm
saying complaints.
I didn't hear any of that.
Say if you have a bunch of complaints, if you're running a retail store, it could read all the complaints and then parse it to give you a summary of like 10 bullet points of what your customers are upset about. It's really good for that kind of stuff. But most of the stuff they use it for nowadays, it's not very good at doing.
It's like anything, right? Data in, data out. So I've used AI quite a lot for some work that I've done. You have to give it really specific parameters not to go screw itself. Also, unless you are paying for a corporate AI, and you'll know that because your bank balance will be thousands less than per month than it would be if you didn't, all of the data you're giving it is being used to train it and can be extracted by other users.
Yeah.
Which Yes. And also, anything created with AI cannot be copywritten. So,
because
yeah,
it gathers information from so many
Well,
from so
there's
many
that
sources
too,
that
but
doesn't
it's
own.
technically the legal reason why in the countries that have ruled against it so far is because it doesn't require human input. And you've got people that, like, the shortest job title in history that, like, from beginning to end of it being a job title that people are proud of was prompt engineer, which lasted about 12 months. Prompt engineers, well, yeah, I definitely gave it a prompt that I wouldn't be able to write without. And they're like, nope, there was no human hand in creating that, therefore it can't be written, it can't be copywritten. Therefore you cannot protect it. And if you can't protect it, then companies can't use it because someone else can just rip you off. So you have what they call in the tech industry no moat.
Plague and Galve.
What a big plague.
What?
I see a big plague, that's all.
Oh no, the one in Galve, the one that started in my zone, is just one county. So not even a
Oh,
county.
sorry, I'm looking at the one in Italy.
The one barony. Manx coughs.
Dog says I found the only use thing and use ChatGPT for is D&D ideas. Shy Soaks, thank you for subscribing over on YouTube, much appreciated. Yeah, it's difficult, right? Because AI can be really helpful for helping organize your ideas. But what you have to bear in mind is that it has stolen that organization and those ideas from someone else and is doing someone else out of a job, theoretically. So you have to be happy with that. It's like when people claim that piracy isn't theft or watching videos without ads isn't piracy. I mean, sure, you're lying to yourself. But if it's a lie you can live with, that's cool.
How are you doing, Ryan?
Oh, I
Doing
got
okay.
ill twice in a row.
Yes, good. Not dying to the heat yet?
No, I've got air conditioning. So,
Nice.
fine.
Yeah, that's good.
Yorvin died.
Hmm?
Halfdan died.
Ag says, oh yeah, it's absolutely ripping off people. My issue isn't that. It's more that large systems both want to rip data while also preserving their own copyright. It miffs me. Yeah, absolutely. There is nothing quite like watching a large company that has stolen libraries worth of books going, yeah, but the stuff it generates based off all of that artwork and all of those libraries of books, we want to own it, right? So we can make people pay for it, right? Right? And if you ask for prompts on some of the image generation software for like baseball or football, like American football in particular, the number of them that will come back with a version of Getty Images logo all over it because they've just ripped off their product as the basis for the generation is hilarious.
AI is good as a novelty.
Hey,
No, it has practical uses. It does
Yeah.
have practical uses.
It does,
especially
it does.
in especially in like research. But
yeah.
but yeah, it needs to be handled correctly because it's like any tool. If you don't use it correctly, you're gonna break something. Probably the AI.
I think if VCs aren't the next crash, AI is going to cause it, because the scary thing is, and this is as someone that has worked with boards of some very, very large companies all over the world, it doesn't have to be perfect, it has to be good enough to take jobs.
Yeah, and it's new enough and novelty enough that freaking a lot of companies are using it when they don't need to.
Yeah, and I mean, Brexit says I use Claude for coding a fair bit, can be much easier than sifting through references and documentation. Totally. So the problem with coding in particular, and Braxis, I know you are experienced, so it doesn't really apply to you, but we've got a whole generation of vibe coders, which I can't complain about, But people that like, I literally recruited for a senior developer 9 months ago, and we had people trying to cheat using AI on a live technical demonstration. Ryan, I'm just going to hit play for 3 days and then you can rejoin because it was stable before. I'm not quite sure what caused that.
I think Ryan's has internet issues because he also heard me bug out in my Discord.
No, that was your end, bud. It only bugged out for a little bit of a... Yeah, it only took a few seconds. It wasn't big.
Yeah.
But the...
I have been
Sorry, Cookie, after you.
I said I have been productive. I used this hour to fill in my Twitch things that I've been looking at, that you reminded me of to look at.
Awesome.
It's affiliation stuff.
Cookie, you stream?
Yes, I have been 4 times off and on. I have been doing COD, Beyond All Reason and other things with the community on the site.
Yeah, you've seen quite a few of our games. I've tried to watch your stream while we've been playing together.
I just press play because I figured that's the right thing to do here.
Is that right?
That seems fine.
That is right, yes.
Oh, come on. I just took a 2-star escort emissary contract, and now I can't do it because they're desynced in the middle of routing it.
Oh.
I'll just take the 1-star. I can do this.
Thank you, Physics. Braxy says vibe coding is going to cause a lot of issues.
Wrong name.
Yeah, like the problem with vibe coding, if you're using like AI to help you code a basic project, or just to learn.
Hold on, sorry, is that the wrong name, Cookie?
Look at my name when I say blame physics.
I asked you if that was right when I typed it.
There you go. I'll grab the right one because he's a V1. There we go. So vibe coding is when you use AI to generate code, which some AI can do that. The code that AI generates is massively insecure, but even if we pretend it was perfect, it's like when people learn to use a higher level system without understanding what sits underneath it. I suppose an example would be like if I told you need to build a car, but you can just use off-the-shelf engines. Like you'll learn how to connect the engine to the rest of the parts, maybe. But if the engine manufacturer goes bust, you've got no idea how the engine is made. And vibe coding is exactly that. No idea what's happening. A lot of people don't learn from it. They don't really understand why things break, or what relationships things are between different elements. And the number of like junior developers that are relying entirely on that and not learning the old way.
Brittany is attacking my army in the winter in the plains.
Well, that sucks to be then.
Do you not know what Norse armies are?
Yeah. Good luck. Have a wonderful time.
Bye-bye. Have a beautiful time.
Like, I would have moved, but that was like the best place for you to attack me at.
So I've determined which game this is now. It's not the one where I killed all the colonies. It's the one where I'm trying to just power play.
Angst is a genuine problem right now with people using AI to pass exams, because AI will help you pass exams, no problem. The problem is then when you get to the workplace and you're completely crap at your job and have no idea about the fundamentals. And the same things happened without AI in boot camps for coding a few years ago. Where it was about, like 13 years ago now. I was helping a company recruit people in San Francisco as developers, and they all came in. All right, I'm going to rehost this time, Ryan. I'm going to run it for 3 days, save it, and rehost.
Sounds good.
Hang on, I'm pausing it after the change of the month. There we go, done. We'll save that and I'll rehost it. What's day? 0207. So all of these people came in and they'd done like a 6-week course in coding and were going for mid or high level coding jobs. And they had not a clue. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing a short course in something you're interested in to get into an industry. Fully support it. Go do them. But they all came in with like this very specific salary requirement and all thought they were gods. And they were all completely useless. And it meant that there were so many startups that failed because they had useless developers that could blag their way through the door. And these startups would go and hire them because they were cheap and have no senior devs to actually check their work or help them develop. Let's do exit desktop. I'll really quickly start this. And most education outside of some like medical and engineering fields, a lot of education is teaching you how to learn versus it really mattering what you're learning. So if you're in engineering, you are a problem solver typically, same as in coding, to be fair. So if you don't have the skill set of understanding how you solve the problem, you are totally f***ed when it comes to actually having a problem.
I mean, coding is, to be clear, a form of engineering.
Oh, yeah, absolutely is. But and like physics type engineering work versus coding type engineering work, they are both engineering. They're very different, but they are essentially all just problem solving. And there are elements of both that you need to understand, like stresses metals can go under, or which language is best for a particular problem to solve. But once you understand the basics of that and the syntax or the basic properties of a thing, then you're equipped, if you've learnt to problem solve, to then solve big problems. If you've just looked it up online, you have no idea why carbon fiber is going to be better than steel for a particular material, or why you probably shouldn't be using Scala to try and code a UI. Like, that's not a thing. No, base game mod. Base game 1.2. Load.
Also, you should not use Vacket for anything.
Well, what people need to do is a lot of companies, especially in the ones that require college degrees, have gotten too reliant on someone just having a piece of paper. They used to have practical examinations as part of the hiring process. They need to get back to that.
Oh, and they still do in like Korea.
Well, not always. Like a lot of industries in manufacturing and like where I work, they ask you they do that stupid interview thing here where they ask you vague freaking, if this may be hypothetical questions that you have to answer to get through the interview that have nothing to do with the actual job you're doing.
Yes.
Like, tell me about a time you didn't get along with a coworker. It's like, in a factory, what does that matter? That's the manager's problem.
You're the reason they asked the question. You.
Well, no, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're going for a management job, yes, those kinds of questions probably don't make sense because it's dealing with people. But if you're, I mean, and in this case for coders, they need to be doing a practical test before they get hired, where you take away. It's like, leave your phone, leave all your stuff here, lock it up, go in here, and then you have X amount of time to write this program, and make it something simple, but something that they have to do, something that can be completed in the time allotted by whatever level you're looking for. So if you're looking for a new hire, then a very basic. But yeah, the people who can't do it without AI, you're going to find out really quick.
Yeah, and I think so that's what we like. The interview process that I run for hiring people that work for me for development is that there's a introductory interview, because interviews are two-way, right? That we explain a bit about the organization, particularly because my organization is difficult to find information about by design. Explain what we do, explain what the role is, explain what the culture is, how we work, because it's different than a lot of other firms work, because we tend, like my organization, for example, all of our development hires have all been senior. We've brought some of them through from mid to senior, but most of them have been senior because we're a boutique development house, I suppose, as part of our business. And then the second interview is a technical interview with my lead developer, who will walk through particular challenges and wants to see you problem solve in real time, and both in coding but also thinking through how you start before you start coding. And like we interviewed 70 people for one role. 3 people passed the technical, which just shows. And some of these people, like the people we were interviewing, you looked at their current job role and they were like working for a big startup or a big company in a fairly senior role, and you're like, I know how clueless you are. But that 2-stage process means that we got to a yes or no really fast, because if you couldn't pass the technical, it's instant no. And also for some people, they heard the pre-technical and went, no, I prefer to work in an office, or I prefer to work with more direct supervision than you guys provide, because on the development side, I spoke to 2 of my developers twice this week, and that's most I've spoken to them in weeks and weeks and weeks. That was a Discord sound in the stream via yes.
I pretty much require supervision for whatever I do, because I'm really bad at doing long-term tasks.
That's fair.
Fire. I'm sorry you're struggling. Apparently, they patched the Dune server today, and it it's an awful patch. It's made things worse.
That sucks.
Like, things weren't bad, but what Discord sound comes from me?
There was a Discord sound from someone. It doesn't matter. It was only
so.
Yeah, no. Bryce says, you understand the process, you can look up or work out syntax. Absolutely. And like the number of development, and it's the same in any job, right? The thing I hate most about working with startups is their answer to everything is code. Because if you're a hammer, then everything looks like a nail. Whereas they don't even think through what the process is or what the end user's going to do or anything. They just start coding. You're like, well, that's cool, but you're just burning time that you're going to then put something in front of someone that doesn't work. Whereas like process and thinking through the problem and trying to work out.
I didn't know we were playing.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this game started. We've been talking. We didn't want to interrupt the talking. We didn't want to interrupt the talking with actual gameplay.
Oh, definitely not.
Oh, I lost the siege spot because I had to move out of the plague. Great.
I haven't been ignoring your Discord messages, Fire. I've been busy chit-chatting and playing.
Doing other things so I didn't have to look at them.
No, I read every single one of the messages you sent me. It looks like it's going to be annoying. It looks like we can't use our thropters.
And how are you going to avoid the worms?
I'm not going to log in.
Throw sheep bombs?
I'm going to avoid them.
Wrong worms? No.
We should play Worms Against at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, I may not log in today if she's having that many issues.
Honestly reasonable.
I'm going to be upset losing Landsrad for the day. It means we might not be the top guild for the week, but it's not like it matters who the top guild is as long as Atreides wins. And in our server group, Atreides is going to win. There are no Harkonnen.
That does sound a very one-sided fight there.
Like, there's got to be some Harkonnen, but they don't win any of the Landsrad houses. I don't ever see them doing anything. But it's hard to like the Harkonnen in the Dune world. It really is. I don't know how people can, like, if you know anything about Dune lore, why would you be Harkonnen?
I don't know. The entire group that I play with went to them.
I mean, well, they must not. They're just doing the memeing thing, I guess. Be the big bad baddies, just who are bad just for the sake. Because Harkonnen are narcissistic, backstabbing slavers. There's nothing positive about Harkonnen. Nothing.
I mean, all of them made their character look like an Harkonnen person, no hair, pale skin.
Yeah, like a Harkonnen. I mean, the writer of, I forgot the name of the Dune writer, but the writer made them worse than Nazis. And he fashioned the Atreides to be the typical Western monarchical society, perfect feudal society. It's like Duke Leto would be like, must have been fashioned after King Arthur. I mean, sorry, I guess I turned it into something that we don't want to talk about.
I just happy for you to turn the conversation, bud.
Yeah, but nobody carried it.
Well, Fire will carry for you. I think that's what she's doing on your server anyway, right?
Oh, for Fire, it's for the style. She says Atreides have nice dressed soldiers, Harkonnen look like crackhead goths, which is fair.
Well, I suppose the reason to go with the Harkonnen in that case is if you hate monarchy so much.
No.
No? Not even? Oh god.
If there's a political reason to go... I mean, the Harkonnen are run by Baron Harkonnen. It's still a fief.
Oh
it's still part of the Empire. There's still a monarchy. They're just all the bad parts of a monarchy. The entire Dune world is an empire, so it's all monarchical.
Okay. I forgot I got my wife killed. Oh, at least I have an heir.
Things you only hear in Crusader Kings.
And if you're hearing outside of Crusader Kings, well...
She only gave me one son.
Oh, I've got a 36% chance of dying.
Oh no. I recommend choosing the other one.
Man, this is going to be a chance at inbreeding, but my sister's got great stats.
Hopefully another thing that you only ever hear. It's CK3. Oh.
I'm pretty sure inbreeding is the only way to get pure-blooded. Like, naturally.
Man, that cough really took over.
Thanks for that, Francis.
Oh, this is bad.
I don't know what you're laughing about. Oh, ad quote.
Whoa, check out the stats on her.
The sad part is my sister does not have great stats. We used to joke around as a kid that she was born on the shallow end of the gene pool.
Oof.
Yeah, this is bad. Alba decided to kill my army while I was sieging down Gorfrake. Ivar.
I like
Do you have
your...
any kids?
So
I
what
like
is
the
this?
dynasty physics.
Thank you. I went with a very pagan-looking.
That's not pagan. That's satanic. And I like it.
It became satanic because the Catholic Church didn't like the pagan symbols. They're pagan symbols. They were called satanic in order to get rid of the pagans out of Europe.
I guess. I just think that that I'm pretty sure the upside down 5-pointed star is satanic and the right side up one is pagan. They turn it upside down to.
I think the pentagram in general. So satanic worshippers are just Christians who are rebelling because you can't believe in Satan and not believe in Christianity.
You absolutely can. There's 2 other religions. That too.
But anyway,
and in today's theology class,
the pentagram,
we covered ethics of AI, and now we're doing theology.
The pentagram is Wiccan, and it's a offshoot of Gaelic, one of the Gaelic ones. Well, pagan is just a general thing for not Christian, not organized.
Yeah. Got it.
It's not a pagan. Pagan is an actual religion. No, it's not. It's an actual place. Like if you look all the way on the western side of the map, you'll see the county of Pagan, and all non-organized religions got named after that place.
Poo.
I can't tell if you're messing with me or not.
Nope.
No, it's a general term for any non-organized religion, and it was based off of the pagan because they had unorganized Hindu religions there.
Oh my
Sorry,
god!
Buddhist.
I did not know that. That's crazy. I assumed that they were just 2 different pagans.
Nope.
No. The term pagan has been around less time than the idea of non-Christian.
Bryson says you can ask ChatGPT to explain pagan to you. So set fire to the world a little bit to get the concept of hell, plus also get it to hallucinate. Great idea. I appreciate you, Bryson. Hey, I killed the first one on my party.
But the other symbol on my thing, the dead freaking animal thing, I'm pretty sure that's a Strayu.
The Sacho? Or did it stray in a different...
Strachu, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, when they would do their sacrification, they would keep the animal heads afterwards as tokens, mementos, whatever.
I always suspected that the goat head would be a Christian thing. By that I mean Christians saying that other religions use this.
Was it there's no true hate like Christian love? Is there?
I mean, I'm not going to dog on Christianity. They've done some good things, but the church in general has not been good for humanity.
Oh, organized religion in general has been terrible for humanity. It's just a way of us all. Humans are very good
just
at
subscribed, getting ads on a flanker stream because I forgot to
I wish Crusader Kings did the Crusades.
Use your primes,
correctly.
folks.
They don't.
Well, you pillage all the lands on the way.
No, the Crusades and Crusader Kings is about freaking getting. It's basically a war against the Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Hey,
6
Harry.
or 10. I think that was 10 of the 300 and something Crusades. The vast majority of the Crusades were pushing into Eastern Europe. It was wiping out the Slavs.
Oh. Oof. That's mean. Maybe that's what holy wars would be.
No, they were Crusades. A young noble who, especially if he wasn't the heir, would go and do the Crusades and get land in Bohemia or Germany, or that's where they built up all that stuff. That's why all the Templars holdings were in those areas because they would take them from the Slavs and then build them up.
Ah, I see. Alrighty then, I've got all the bonuses I need for world for running around the world.
Robin Hood wasn't real, but the time period of the fictional story about Robin Hood was during the 400 years that the Crusades were going on. But it was after the main Crusades, or it was during the main Crusades going to Jerusalem, because he supposedly did. He was an archer in the Crusader armies in Jerusalem.
Also, the king that Robin Hood in the Robin Hood stories wasn't actually that bad. It was I don't remember the name, but the Lionheart.
His brother. Yeah, his brother.
Who was taking all the money for the Crusades. So the king had to raise taxes, and everyone got angry about that.
The king was actually out on crusade, and his brother was acting as regent and was abusing his power. And Robin Hood came back early, and he was the son of the Lord of Locksley, and the Lord of Locksley died. Locksley.
Well, that's how the story goes, but in reality, the king on crusade was funneling all the money to the crusade. And so they needed to raise taxes in order to pay for stuff.
That's in one of the movies. Yes, Morgan Freeman came back from the Crusades with the only Robin Hood to not have a British accent.
We're talking about completely different things right now.
He's talking about a specific movie. I'm talking about the general lore.
You two were discussing the lore, and Braxius was discussing the Robin Hood movie.
No, I'm literally talking about actual history.
Yeah, I know. So is physics.
No, there was not an actual Robin Hood.
I know, but the time period it is set in.
Yeah, the time period it was set in, and the movie was correct. But in the lore, he didn't bring back one of the Muslim guys. Like, Morgan Freeman was supposed to be the replacement for Little John in that story. So that we could have an American movie where a black guy who was second to his white man was treated as if he was an equal, though always kept as a non-equal.
Rationalizing slavery at every turn.
Americans are never going to get over it until they just let it go.
Right. It's like
I think Morgan Freeman actually said it best in an interview one time when he was asked by a white reporter what it's like being a black man. He said, or something to that effect, and his response was, "I wish you'd stop calling me a black man and just refer to me as a man." It's like, let it go, just stop.
Well, I don't understand. I mean, it's not an American thing; it's a general human race thing, where someone can go, "Hey, your ancestors did something really terrible." Like, no. It wasn't you, dude. It was like, you can appreciate where something happened and where something went wrong and the impact it still has today. An example for the US would be redlining. It still has echoes today that you might need some policy to address at some point. Not based on race, but based on economics.
Unfortunately, it is so prevalent in American society and media, and American media is so widespread in the world. It just will not go away.
Oh yeah, it's rough, and it's really noticeable. As someone, like, the first time I went to the US for work, I was sat watching the news, and it was something like, a Hispanic man has been run over today. There is nowhere else in the world you get that as a news headline. It will be, a man got run over today. It's like, why did that matter? Like, what was he? Yeah. What was he doing that made Hispanic apart of that? No one cares. A man got hit by a car.
Yeah, it's like, quit putting race into everything. Quit. I mean, they're trying to do it for in the news they're trying to do it for sensationalism because people, it's clickbait. But most people in their day-to-day lives have been now programmed in the U.S. that you have, if somebody is of a minority, you have to recognize it and ensure that you do not treat them. You have to treat them so well that they don't feel like you're treating them differently, which means you're still treating them differently just because of the color of their skin or whatever it is, which is still just as wrong. It's like, just treat everybody the same.
I would say just to point to a UK example, like GB News, I think would probably call out if they thought it was even vaguely negative and the person was even vaguely likely to be an immigrant. But that's more because of right-wing views versus anything else. Doc says no one even remembers slavery in Norway during the rough Viking Age.
Yeah, but like here, like I will get if I'm in a bar and somebody says, "Hey, where's the where'd I leave that bag or whatever?" I say, "Over there on that table, the one that's got the two black guys on the side of it." They get mad at me for saying there's two black guys on the other side of the table because I'm pointing out that they're black and that's racist. I'm like, no, pointing out someone has a different skin color is not racist. Treating them differently would be racist.
Yeah, treating people differently because of the color of their skin or their religion. Like, I frankly don't care what religion anyone is or if they have none. As long as you're a decent human being, I will treat you as a decent human being. And I don't care what you do in your spare time. And, like, your religion should be personal to you. You don't get to tell anyone else how to run their lives. That's unfortunately where organised religion has gone wrong for literally thousands of years. And not for being good people reasons. Like, Catholics and Protestants were fighting for hundreds of years. It was all about power. And even, like, in relatively recent history, the schisms between the various churches in Scotland is an example of, like, someone had a falling out. One of my grandparents founded one of the churches in Scotland because they had disagreements with the main church or the main free kirk.
Time ago then.
Nope.
No, it was the original Church of Scotland. Yeah.
You know, the one they made back before Christianity.
Yeah, and by his ancestor, he mean his dad.
Well, actually, it was my granddad, but yeah.
and he was already a full-fledged adult. Like,
Storm 7 says, tolerance is a treaty. Once you break it, you don't deserve the protection of it. Everyone gets the same respect until a reason not to. Yeah, I mean, like, that's it's the most stupid thing that you currently see in various media is people talking about the intolerance of the left or the intolerance of a particular group. You're like, what are you talking about? Like, it's a really dumb talking point. Well, you should be tolerant of me being intolerant of you. That's not how that works. That's not how anything freaking works, no matter what part of the political spectrum you're on.
And I really hate it in the U.S. because we only have two political parties. It's no matter how moderate you are, you're either left or right.
Which is really, like, super dumb. I think about the political systems everywhere because it is unfortunate at the moment no one has the balls to stand up to the current president in the US from within his own party. Well, one person has in the Senate. But actually, I suppose you can count Rand Paul. But, like, they're just going along with everything. The reality is both the Republican and the Democrat parties in the US they both describe themselves as this big tent, but they cater more to the extreme because the more extreme you are, the more likely your voters are to vote for you. And the reality is they're like 2 or 3 political parties each. There's the Republicans that think they should be the world police. There are the Republicans that think that they should be very nationalist and stay out of everyone else's wars. Like, there's a whole spectrum of beliefs in each of the parties, and it is incredibly dumb that the system's create a 2-party system where you don't actually get to choose. And that was my email just before anyone asks. How thought was that? Wow, you're into the deep cuts today.
You heard about one of the senators who voted for the bill said, I hope they stop it in the House.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, I didn't do this.
What the hell? One monster.
But also, like, if you're a traditionally fiscal conservative Republican, you're going to be horrified by that bill when you actually get round to reading it. It screws over the very poorest, which like fiscal conservatives don't really care about. If they are talking very specifically about a particular perspective on what government should and shouldn't do. But it also screws the budget deficit. Like, the tax cuts are way bigger than the budget cuts. So fiscal conservatives that have been saying for years responsible spending and thrown a fit when the debt ceiling gets raised, they're going to nearly double it. Cool. Which is why it's really dumb that you have two-party systems anywhere in the world, or really dominant parties. Ideally, you want to have a coalition of parties working together, or even better, friggin' independence, but that's not going to happen.
I stopped talking because I don't. When it goes to specific current U.S. politics, I don't even engage in conversations in it, even in my own country right now, because it's just
it's totally fair.
It's not worth it.
No,
somebody's gonna be mad at the end of it. Everyone takes it too personally, and so you can't get anything done.
Yeah, I think that's one of the really depressing things. Like, every democracy has cycles, right? Or every history may not repeat itself, but it certainly rhymes. And when you have like us versus you politics, no one friggin' wins. That's not what politics was meant to be about.
There's no political discourse. There's no conversation. There's no sharing of ideas. There's no progress.
And like the soon as you get to a point where you're like, well, that's a terrible idea because X person said it, like, the worst person you know will occasionally have a great idea. Sorry. And sometimes it's worth adopting that idea, and you can agree with literally nothing else that person thinks. But if they've had a genuinely brilliant idea that will benefit the country, whichever country you're in, you probably want to go, oh, well, here's the pros and cons with that, or have a political discourse about how you can make that work to be the most effective. It's why it annoys me so much when it comes to election time here in the UK, because the parties are all like, well, you know, everything they've done is terrible. You're like, that's ostensibly not true. Like, but maybe you could come back and say, well, we liked this thing that they did, but we think you could build on it further here. That's a useful discussion. If you're just, that is bad because other person did it, when it's a genuinely good thing that can be demonstrated as being genuinely a good thing, it's a problem.
Yeah, and U.S. politics turned into that so badly that Trump was able to win because he's better at that kind of politics.
Yeah, and you also want
that and the left just has gotten so far. I mean, the Democrats just they hung out of the far left base, and that didn't help them either.
What?
I don't think that's the problem.
The Democrats did a lot of things wrong in that.
Like, in my humble opinion, I don't think.
Well, like anti-immigrant, and that was so dumb of them. The base doesn't like immigration. The base doesn't like the immigration talking points that the right has, and they capitulated on it completely when they should have.
I think.
And what's funny is you can look at the same Democrats that capitulated on it. You have quotes of them just a couple of election cycles earlier. The same people saying we need stricter immigration to stem the illegal part of the immigration.
And that's the really dumb thing, right? Is that you can have a nuanced point of view.
Hold on. The U.S. still to this day has higher legal immigration than any other nation in the country. It's the illegal immigration that we need to do something about.
Well, and also, like, to point out a problem we have here in the UK, people were like, stop the boat, stop the illegal immigration. You can have a system set up of legal immigration, So you can say, here's the people I want to attract, and I welcome them with open arms. So I have brought people over to the UK from other countries that I've paid for out of my own pocket that are genuinely adding to the UK. They are fantastic. They're incredible at their job. They're some of the brightest people I've ever met. And on a tax basis, they bring in way more. They have no recourse to public funds. They higher rate taxpayers. They earn more than I do, significantly. You can also have there is a convention in place for dealing with people that have been forced to migrate due to war, to famine, and the number of people that don't understand that is, you cannot claim asylum from outside of a country, and you do not have to claim asylum in the first safe country, because if there was a natural disaster, touch wood, never happens, that completely wiped out the country you're in, you are most likely to go somewhere else that you have relatives or history or something with. And the British at the moment do this thing where they're...
Halleck13 just subscribed. Hello, Governor.
One of the things that's a headline thing in the UK at the moment is there's been this problem of small boats, where people are getting on boats at Calais, going across the English Channel. They're being rescued in the English Channel because, like, you can't just let people die. And then they're claiming asylum as soon as they land. They're like, oh, this is terrible. Until you look at the stats behind it and realise that most of those people's claims for asylum are successful in the end, because they are genuine asylum seekers. And the UK, more than most countries in the world, like back in the 1960s, all these places where there is no legal route for migration, the UK was the one that was in charge of the governments in those places. Like, oh, what do we have to do with anyone in Africa? Why are they coming here? Well, you ran the country, gave it independence, let their ancestors move over to the UK because we needed help after rebuilding a war, and then complained that their great-grandchildren want to then come to the UK when there is war in the UK, which in part the UK started by sitting there with someone with an accent not dissimilar to mine going, well, I think, chaps, what we should do is just draw a straight line in the sand here. Never mind any of these geographical or historical things. We'll just, nice neat box. That'll do it. I'm sure everyone will get on. What are the groups there? Well, I don't know. Just draw the line and get on with it.
But this is big BS. You were taking over Yorick's land on your territory. You had no rights on this land I was fighting for.
Are you talking to me?
No, Alba took the one city that was not in their war goal.
Oh, well, take it back.
Well, I'm currently still in war with them for it.
And they're very weak.
Seek asylum in the British Museum. Well,
I'm on 61%. I just need to wait it out, honestly.
Flanker live stream for the British Museum, aka his home. Oh.
Are you saying that Flanker isn't originally from the UK? I don't know if any of you...
Hey, we didn't steal Flanker.
There it is. Yep.
Wow.
If Britain wants to maintain all those artifacts, the thing I think they should do is make the non-British museum and put them all there.
Oh no.
What is it?
I can't have another man-at-arms regiment fast enough.
Oh no.
That's going to take 10 months. That's going to take 9 months. Damn, I'm going to miss out on horse archers.
Oh,
the
no.
Brits brought him down from Scotland, so placebo. Oh, dearie dear.
So
the funniest thing I caught on for you saying like you were like, why are all these people coming from Africa? Didn't Netflix just do a TV series a couple years ago about the Queen that got on great in the UK?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, they did. It was about the life of the Queen. It was her entire life story, and in several of those, it was about her or her husband going on her behalf, taking a tour of the Commonwealth and about their stops in Africa.
Yeah, if you have a look at the...
It's like, you guys just watch a TV show on it.
Man, like, the amount of media illiteracy globally, this is not just a, like, localized thing, but because we don't teach... I still don't think there's many countries that teach history well, or teach science well, or teach civics well. And by that I mean at the most junior level that you can leave, you should understand the scientific method and the difference between primary, tertiary, and secondary sources, and the civics of the way your particular country works. The number of people I've spoken to in other countries, I understand more about their civics than they do, is depressing.
It's the Crown I'm thinking about.
The Crown. Braxy, the Scots gave flanker to the English, and then we hand him off to the Welsh, and don't say we never give you anything.
I actually watched...
I'll be right back, need water.
I actually watched a few episodes of The Crown. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it's actually pretty good. It's pretty historically accurate. I was impressed. But most of the series about the UK tend to be a lot more historically accurate than the ones about the US.
Yeah, I think... like culturally, one of the greatest things about the US, I mean this sincerely, is that that everyone believes they're a temporarily embarrassed millionaire. Everyone believes in the American dream, and everyone believes that they live on the greatest country on earth, which is great. The Brits don't. We're like, it's a bit crap here. Like, if you start doing things about how wonderful Britain is, Brits won't watch it.
They actually covered that in one of the episodes I saw. I guess at one point, Prince, I don't know what his name was, her husband, decided it'd be a good idea to do a TV show. And you remember this because it was you were around for it. And it went over horribly because they tried to do they were picnicking. It was a holiday, one of the British specific holidays. And they were picnicking on the TV show. Everyone's sitting there, and they have wine, and they have servants cooking the food and everything. They're trying to show how relatable and how like everybody else they are.
Which is crazy, right? Because our last Queen, which I think The Crown covers, I've never watched The Crown.
Yeah, it's all about Queen Elizabeth. So
Queen Elizabeth served in the armed forces and was an engineer. All of our royalty have to serve in the armed forces. Two of them more the younger royals have fought in active battlegrounds, but in World War II, Queen Elizabeth was a mechanic, which there are some very humorous stories about, because she was asking. There was one of the diplomats from a Middle Eastern country. I think it was actually a crown prince from one of the Middle Eastern nations that didn't allow women to drive, and she drove him around the estate, and apparently his knuckles were white because she liked going fast. She was a former mechanic. But yeah, glaze my windows, not my country, says Storm 7. Yeah, Brits have a far more pessimistic view on life. Even the self-deprecating humor is more of a thing. Good.
I have one more place to visit in the British Isles, and that is the Kingdom of Ireland.
Hi, you're coming past, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm just gonna stop in and then get back to my camp, then move on to somewhere else. Because I don't like the movement debuff that bringing your whole camp takes.
I would also like to go back to Norway, because the only time Storm 7 and I've been to Norway was for work. So, which actually describes most European nations I've been to, barring France and Germany. most of the time I have travelled has been very specifically for work. And even the states, I've been over to a lot of states in the States. I've seen virtually none of them. The places I know relatively well, if you dropped me there, are places like New York, San Francisco, San Diego, Seattle, Oregon. And I know them well enough to navigate my way around. San Francisco, most of all, because I spent months of my life there. But
Physics, is it your goal to become an emperor or anything?
No.
Yeah, the game is suggesting me currently to vassalize you, basically, and I was like debating about asking you to join up to take all the land for you.
I have to be independent to get them on.
So you can go for Emperor, Cookie.
Yeah, but he can get Mon and still be on my side in the end, right?
Yeah. After I'm done with Mon, after I get the Kingdom of Mon, if you're Emperor, I can swear fealty to you.
What I mean is more like, right now you could be my vassal. We take Alba. Alba goes to you. I release you.
No, I will stay independent for now and keep expanding my territories into Alba.
Alright.
I appreciate the offer, but no, I'm good.
Okay, it looks like I'm going to France first.
Storm7 says, I just want to be more of a wandering nomad, but I'm not a temporarily embarrassed millionaire. Neither am I. I'm a permanently embarrassed peasant, mate.
Well, I was raiding and I went through Jorvik lands, and so he doesn't have any more special troops.
My daughter is trying to marry whoever. Who the heck are you?
I asked for a marriage from you while Flanker was talking.
No, this was not you.
So that we could be allied. It might have expired.
Here, have one over then.
In this game, I've noticed baby bumps are not obvious. The best way to tell if your wife is pregnant is her hand above her belly?
Educate child. You start working on her. Alright, I have made landfall in France.
Oh, you're fighting this war over here. Forgot about that.
You know, a very short flank around for you. If you're a software company, put your prices on your King website. Book a call with one of our salespeople. No, just tell me broadly speaking what I'm looking at, not down to the pennies. Just, is your software $100,000 a month? In which case, I'm not interested. Or is it $100 a month?
Oh, they're fighting a double war. So they declared war on the guy I'm allied to, and they have a civil war, I think it is.
Oh yeah, they are in a civil war.
Ah! This is a sixth one in a row.
Sounds like Flanker has been through this place. It's all over civil war here currently.
Reasonable.
No, Flanker brings plague, not civil war.
Hey, hang on, you're the plague bearer in all of this, bud. That's nice try. That was...
At least you don't have Laz here. Ryan, be happy. Otherwise, you couldn't find a wife.
Not one without a kid, anyways.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Can I go back over there without costing myself an absolute fortune in time?
No, you cannot.
I am allied to Jarl Ragnar. Is that his name? Yeah, Ragnar Halfdanson of Northumbria. If you decide to go ahead and take that, I will not be helping him. I'll answer his call to arms, and my troops will dance around the corners.
I mean, technically speaking, you get the choice of who you join.
Refusing it is bad.
Yeah. The only issue is he's also combined with Ivar. Not Ivar. Gottfried.
Gottfried is out of special troops. Like, no, he's got 1,200 left, but I killed most of them. Most of his army is special troops. Special soldiers, so they're crap.
Not sell, buy.
If you go to war with Gottfried first, I'm not allied with him. I can join your side in that war.
Yeah, I was debating that after this current war.
Oh my freaking word. Click here for instant price.
Just give me heads up so I have time to get my because I'm constantly raiding, so I might have to come back from far away.
Yeah, I'm currently...
What?
I'm currently in East Francia.
I'm currently raiding Wales, so I'm close right now.
Am I gonna lose this battle really when I had a 75% advantage? Whatever. Hopefully that doesn't kill any of my knights. Never mind, I killed one of my knights.
I'm on the 20th different piece of software I've looked at during today's stream. And of them all, 3 so far have displayed a price or price indication. One of them walked me through a very long process to get a price, and all it did was try and book a sales call. Because...
Sounds like a true flanker moment.
In one of my previous relationships, I got convinced to go looking at art because they wanted to buy art from the place we were staying at. And that's one thing I hate about art is exactly what you're talking about. There's no prices on it.
Oh man, like,
and I was like, and I asked the question of the salesperson that was sitting there explaining the art to me because I don't get art. I'm very matter of fact. What's in your face is what's in your face. So especially abstract shit, I don't get it. It doesn't. But it wasn't for me. I didn't care if it made her happy. But freaking, I'm like, how much is this? Like, well, if you have to ask, I'm like, if you want me to buy it, I have to ask. And if you're not willing to tell me the price, then the conversation's over. I'm leaving because you're just going to try to rip me off.
Yeah, in enterprise sales, when they're like, speak to us for a bespoke quote, what that means is speak to us and tell us how much your budget is so we can charge you that exact amount or 10% more. It's like, no, you guys, that's...
Yeah, it lets you feel me out so you can freaking figure out how much I'm willing to spend, and then freaking it just happens to be exactly that. Oh, how weird that is.
Ah, you get a penny. That's about it.
It's like I'm not car shopping here.
350 says fire. It's like, particularly for the software I'm looking for at the moment, it's really boring software, and I am literally... I think I'm going to start a new startup doing software for retailers, because the stuff here is terrible. And I've already built point-of-sale software for people before. But, like... most retailers do not have millions to spend. Most retailers are small independent businesses that turn less than $300,000-400,000 a year. They're not in the market for a multi-million-dollar solution or something that's going to cost them 10% of their turnover. They're just looking for a solution that solves a particular problem at a particular price. And all the ones that have asked me for lots of information to get a quote, I just close the tab. And I am an enterprise software buyer.
I'm going to go start teaching one of your places because I've just joined a war against... Oh, no, never mind. No, that's not a war against you. You just killed their army with your raiders.
Huh?
They just killed the army of the person I just joined in war.
Lol. Sounds like physics murdering someone just for giggles.
Yeah, I was worried that I accidentally joined against him.
Oh, no, I'm raiding in Wales.
I see that now. You killed the army I was contracted to work with.
Well, they need a lot of help. If it's any consolation, the person he's at war with, I killed their army too.
So that's why it was such a lopsided match when I got here.
Yeah, it was pretty even, and then it was really lopsided, and now it's even again.
Well, no, you didn't actually kill the entire army. You didn't stack wipe them like you did the other one.
I'm sorry, I'll try harder next time.
Good, I expect you to.
Oh, here comes a volunteer now. Come here, come here, Alfred.
Oh my god. Yep, they're coming for you.
Ooh, I'm only chances are even. This might go bad.
Oh no.
It looks like Gwenanot took the other two, nearly took all of Wales.
It always underestimates the power of men-at-arms.
No, I'm doing better on the rolls. I've won every advantage roll.
Nice.
And now it's to the point that he can't win no matter what the advantage rolls do.
Yup. I just hate it when I have a relatively even battle. Then I roll a 0 to their 12 3 times in a row, which has happened to me before.
Yeah, we're 42 to 42 commander advantage. Like I am equal to Alfred. He is so overpowered.
Wait, what?
The character I built specifically just for combat is even with someone who's just well-rounded. That Alfred's stupid powerful.
This is one of the starting characters, isn't it?
Yeah. He's historically he's the guy that negotiated the Danelaw for England.
Wow.
And actually preserved England and pushed the Danes out later when they betrayed their agreement for the Danelaw.
I have pretty significant disadvantage in general, just because I don't have much martial. But nonetheless, I still crush all these armies because I have stupidly good men-at-arms.
Yeah, my men-at-arms are better than his, and they're better balanced than his too.
I suspect that my men-at-arms are even better, but that's just because I'm a camp.
Oh yeah, yours are better than mine. I mean, I don't have to be better than yours. I have to be better than him.
Yep.
You probably have more than me. I only have 4 stacks of 500.
I have 2 stacks of 200.
Oh yeah, you don't have crap. I'd destroy you.
Now 3 stacks of 200. I'm just doing a couple of Stand With Us contracts while I'm here, and then I'm gonna get out.
I'm at negative prestige and still gaining freaking prestige.
That's funny.
The power of a raiding Norse.
Yup.
I'm at negative 3 prestige per month, but I'm still gaining prestige somehow.
Mm-hmm.
As I stack weapon army after army. Look at that, another 180 prestige. Thanks for coming back, Alfred, for round 2. But now I'm full, so let's head back. And Alfred killed a bunch of my levies, so. Dude, King Charles, I'm gonna be upset when he dies. He's 62. He's not doing well. He's been good for me money wise. I keep capturing Welshmen and he keeps paying for their ransom. He keeps being like, hey, I'll give you money if you let this person go. I'm like, okay. When they can't afford it. It's like he'll pay for it. It's like, yeah. I haven't raided him at all because he's given me plenty of money. I haven't needed to. That and usually his army's huge. Yeah, 4,000 soldiers. Yeah, no, I'm good. I mean, I could probably take him, but I can't afford a loss, and I can't afford that many losses trying to take him. Well, I'm exalted, but it's so hard to get through legendary. I'm only at 1,300 out of 15,000.
Damn it, I'm 43 and I have consumption.
I need to break down this confederation.
Nobody believes that you're 43.
Thanks, mate. Love you too. Everyone finds it easy to believe I have consumption, though.
I didn't argue that part.
Yeah. One of the cool things I did get to do while I was traveling around, I went to a bookstore called Toppings. There's a few across the UK. But I managed to get Hank Green's latest book as a signed first edition, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to reading.
Just make sure that's the guy who does all those videos and then beat cancer.
Yes.
Nice. I like that guy.
Yeah, his latest book is Everything is Tuberculosis, which is...
Come on. Just thank you for finally finishing this. There we go. Let's get out of here. Let's go to France.
There you go. Not sponsored, just the current book I'm going to be reading, which is the first workbook I've read, the first non-workbook I've read in ages. Brake says, you are aware there are some fun fiction books you can read too. Oh, absolutely. I've been advised that. Have you heard about our Lord and Saviour Robert Jordan? You should really read The Wheel of Time. No, just I think I've shared a picture of my bookshelf next to my desk before. But because of the generalist work I do, I have to read a lot of non-fiction. Which is interesting to learn about new concepts and stuff, but means I haven't got to read a fiction book in a while.
Is that a tier 3 treasure hunt? Hell yeah.
What are the odds that my character manages to get home and then dies crossing the border?
This war's going too easy. Sieged down 6 cities, nearly 8, and haven't seen their armies yet, and we're on 80%.
That's going too well.
For against France, then again, their army is currently crippled. They only have 700.
So Ryan, I don't know if you were helping Gwynedd or if you're helping Dehebarth. If Gwynedd asks you for help now, don't show up. You'll lose.
I'm not in the area anymore. I'm doing a tier 3 treasure hunt contract because those ones actually work.
Yeah, so Gwynedd
just letting you know.
Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, Gwynedd did absorb a part of the duchy that I was going to absorb.
Well, Gwynedd is about to lose all of Gwynedd. He's about to be the Duchy of Powys, the Principality of Powys.
You're taking the entire Duchy of Gwynedd right now?
Yep.
All of his land? No,
just the Duchy of Gwynedd, which is his capital, and it's the west coast. It's the 5 counties on the west coast. Not Dyfed.
Captain Knut of Lionheart has been captured in a fight against... Who are you fighting?
Oh, I've found a problem with my strategy here. There's no freaking healers in this part of the world. Crap.
You're fighting against girls, something with face. Oh, Norway got screwed over and became something else. Sweden is also kind of wrecked.
Yeah, Sweden's having a rough time. Looks like with Denmark.
No, not that really. Denmark, Finland, and another faction.
I just looked at. I didn't actually click on anything. I just looked at the freaking captured territory. Looks like he has a war at the corner. This guy seriously considering raiding my freaking home county?
He's gonna regret that.
I've been watching this raider walk all the way through my territory. Now he's going onto the island of Mon. It's like there's only one reason to go to the island of Mon, and that's to go to Mon. And if you're a raiding army going to Mon, I'm the king of raiders, dude.
I will have to lose 50 righteous ruler bull legitimacy because I don't want a peasant uprising right now while I'm all the way in France.
Yeah. And they also get some annoying debuffs.
I mean, I probably lose about 60% of my army then, which is 2.2k in France.
Oh, this would have been a really small peasant uprising. So that's good because it only gives the debuff to one place.
It were 3 city sites that were marked.
Oh really?
Yes.
I only see the one. I only see the one with increased autonomy.
Disband army.
Seriously?
War 1.
Yeah, he's raiding Mon. What the moron? 400 troops? Wow.
I mean, there's 15 loot there. Isn't that insanely high? Why would you even raid Mon? It's not even that much money.
He walked through all my other counties and raided Mon.
Huh.
Because I have all of Strathclyde. He's dead
Go
now.
back. I need to go pee.
Don't die, Ryan. Alright, I got the trade overseer. Nice. Is there anything else that I want from this place?
God damn.
Oh, I have to catch another county. Annandale is supposed to be part of Strathclyde.
Sorry, what belongs to where?
Annandale. It's part of Alba. It's part of what I'm already taking anyway. But I didn't know it was supposed to be mine already.
I'm trying to find out where this county is.
It's where the peasant uprising is right now in Alba, next to Tevittdale.
Oh yeah, I see it. Hi, physics.
There is.
Hello.
I'm just walking through.
I was just killing his army.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm just coming walking through.
The war would be over by now, but I had to go back home and kill a raider. Why don't any of you nobles have any money so you can pay me to leave my prison? I have so many people that are members of houses.
Where's your army? You have 600 people. Where are they? Nowhere? Okay, and I'm just gonna siege down your capital.
If I see him this way, I'll let you know.
There is a mercenary group called Physics Bond of Mon.
Wagley says, "Hey, physics."
Yeah, my culture is physics.
Yeah, but there is an entire AI camp sitting on your capital, which is basically you. Might it be even that you made an adventure beforehand?
Nope.
Captain Seymour of Physical Band of the Mon.
Yeah, the physical. That's my culture.
Yeah.
And he's from my freaking It's not related to me. He's just.
There are multiple war bands of yours.
It's because I'm amazing. They aspire to be like the Pirate King. Wagley. Hi, Wagley.
your Gwenlith has pooped out a 350 army all the way in the bottom of their land.
Oh, I don't care. I'd probably be done after I capture this one thing here in 19 days. Nope, 96%. But I don't get any more war score from killing his army, so I don't care about him.
Wagley's rioting.
And I won't get any prestige from. Well, give her snacks.
Oh, I think she's rioting because you didn't notice her.
Wiping it out. I did notice her. I said hi to Wagley.
Sounds like physics need to give Wagley snacks.
But Wagley's got scones being made. Surely that's how.
That's not called snacks, Cookie.
Just send Physic over to Wagley. Problem solved.
Flanker hasn't given me any snacks this month. Wow.
It's been 2 days.
Wow. Yeah, Wagley's neglecting to share that I bought all the snacks for the 2 weeks.
Nobody's gonna believe you over Wagley. So
I know.
Stop trying.
2 days of starving. You mean you want fed daily?
Just go see his mom and tell him how horrible he is. And get fed for the ethics.
Daily 5 times a day. Wagley does have 3 ice cream alarms on her setup that reminds.
Wagley's a hobbit. First breakfast, second breakfast.
And 11Zs.
11Zs. Lunch. That needs to be a command. Russ, Morass, whichever one of you is listening, we need a command.
To be fair, Wagley has been told that they have to eat 5 times a day at specific times, and does it. Which I can't think of anything more boring.
Hello. There is your army. 810 people.
Oh, we're over time. I just got a meeting announcement. I was meant to join a meeting 10 minutes ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we don't have to quit for Laz anymore, so that was our time.
Yeah, I can play on for a little bit longer.
So now I guess the time ender is Flanker.
Yeah, probably. I can probably do until 1:15. Or as Wagley says, just continue without Flanker.
Why are you running?
Pound, we don't need him.
Hey, Flanker, show my city names to Wagley.
One moment. Are you in Alba?
I am Ireland.
Era.
And from the capital all the way towards the coast, towards Physics.
Just click on his flag and you can see him.
Ah, there you go. We say no to flanker. That's reasonable.
Say no to flanker and this.
Ennis I took a bit ago, so I haven't changed it yet.
I do not run, don't spread vicious rumours, says Wagley. There.
I didn't know vicious rumors were a currency.
Okay, I seduced my wife, and she has already given me 4 more kids.
There is a grand tournament I can join. It's just far away. Rude.
So one of them is sickly, unfortunately.
It's twice I've done that now. I've not been doing the high stakes bartering while I've been travelling. What a divot. Oh man, we have reached the point of you own nothing. I'm currently looking at scales for a work project, and there's scales as a service. It's just
Yay, tier 3 artifact. Tier 3 treasure hunts are actually effective. I got 200 gold out of it.
You've got rain gown. Nice. It's actually looking lovely now, which is just as well, because as soon as we're done here, I have to go and tidy up the garden a bit before date night.
I need to call you into warrior physics.
Who are we fighting?
I moved back. No.
This is an invasion on me.
What county is he trying to take?
The 2 cities called Imaflanker, basically. The closest to your border.
Okay.
I'm trying to wrap this war up as quick as possible so I can move my troops back home to assist. Don't you dare run away again. Just accept your death.
Oh, he already showed.
Hmm?
He already showed up. He only got 800 troops. How's that an invasion?
He has 10k troops when I hover over the thing.
He'll have more troops because the 800 is actually a separate army from the 8,000. So the 800 show up first because those are the men at arms, and then the 8,000 is the levies.
The 800 aren't men at arms. They're only 2, whatever.
Huh? Really?
Yeah.
2 champions, some Huskars.
1 champion.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of. Okay, there's apparently 9,000 of them out there.
One of my guys ripped the heads off of one of his champions.
Nice.
I mean, understandable, but it's always like slightly frustrating you didn't take them hostage or something.
If it's a champion, they're not going to be worth anything. So I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right.
90% on this one. Please finish this already so I can.
Wagley's Flanker, your mum says I'm her favourite. I mean, you've not got much competition there.
You promised me a war against 10,000 troops. That is a lot of prestige, and I'm not seeing 10,000 troops to go to war with.
I don't see them either. This is confusing. They say they have still 9,000 troops coming our way.
They're mostly levies.
I know. I'm gonna wipe them out by myself.
Oh,
here they are.
By
Here they are.
myself.
I'm just doing a little travel across the top of Africa right now. I might go to Southern Africa later.
All right, now you guys are both locked in. Let's go kill you. The enemy commander is now maimed.
And they got obliterated.
And they're stack wiped.
Christ.
That was worth 1,698 prestige. Thank you very much.
You needed that, didn't you?
Yeah, I need 15,000 more prestige. Well, not anymore, but... So I need your help. There's an invasion. Oh, I'm going to go stack wipe that. Where's that?
Alright, raise my troops. Let's get these raiders out of my country.
Well, that outlook noise was me being nagged, so I have to call it there. Thank you very much, games guys. I will save it up. Give me a second to save it before I before you leave. So it's paused, just saving it. Come on. There we go. It has been nice to be back playing this for a chilled, just hanging out and playing a game. I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Glad we're back.
Wagley says, no, continue without Flanker. I'm here for physics.
Game's all
I'm here
saved up.
for you too, Wagley.
Yep, game is all saved up.
Wait.
And I'll do one of the whole raiding things in just a second. I can't see who's online at the moment.
Thank you for the games. Bye.
Thank you for the games. Bye for now.
Actually, wait. Cookie. What time is 20? How long is 21:30?
21:30 in Flankers time would be in
4 hours, 13 minutes.
4 hours.
4 hours? Okay. I can do that. Quick.
Yeah, I tried to mark it around time that potentially Laz could also join.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Right. You could set on your computer clock. You can set it to also show you England time.
Why would I? Oh, wait.
So that you know what time it is for all the community stuff you join.
Fail. Okay.
You could also get a widget on your thing, have a second clock up just for England time, just for the community.
Yep, I got it.
I mean,
I guess.
I've had plenty of clock ups. That's different, right? There we go.
Not for you.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the cock ups are pretty much around the clock with you.
Yeah, that's totally reasonable. Right, the raid is up and running, guys. We're gonna go raid the one, the only Dome Reaper. Please go and make some noise. Drop him a follow if you're not following already. Also, don't forget to follow the fantastic Russ, who has been running some of the community games while I've been away. So if you aren't already following Russ and you can bear to wait for this idiot streamer to finally use the right command, then head on over to twitch.tv/Russ555. We're going to go and raid Dome Reaper now. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll be back tomorrow evening with some more Community CK3 and hopefully with more members of our community getting to join the game. But thank you all, and bye-bye for now.
Bye, Wagley. Stream again.